Volkswagen and Rivian agree to a partnership. OpenAI has delayed its seductive ChatGPT voice assistants. And Toys R Us used OpenAI's Sora to make a brand film about its origin story. And it's horrifying. It's Wednesday, June 26th, and this is Engadget News. Volkswagen and EV company Rivian have entered a new partnership, and the total price tag for the collaboration could reach an eye-popping $5 billion. The businesses are launching a joint venture to develop platforms for software-defined vehicles. The joint venture's work will focus on Rivian's zone-based approach to electric vehicles, which significantly reduces the complexity of the wiring and electronics. Both Rivian and Volkswagen are expected to debut vehicles using their combined forces as a result of the partnership. However, each brand will continue operating their vehicle businesses separately. The massive dollar figure for this collaboration is broken up into components. Volkswagen is making a baseline $1 billion investment in Rivian, the EV company, followed by two more expected investments of the same amount in the next 2 years. The car brand also anticipates putting a total of $2 billion into the joint venture, some at the launch and some as a loan. This work will see Volkswagen adopting Rivian's signature zonal architecture for its own future machines. The announcement follows hot on the heels of the brand integrating ChatGPT into many of its car models. Rivian has seen some financial struggles this year, leading the company to abandon plans for a plant in Georgia and to cut 10% of its salaried staff. A deal of this size with a leading traditional automaker should help the company to stabilize as it works towards its next generation of electric vehicles. If you've been dreaming about spending your summer whispering sweet nothings into the digital ears of one of the seductive ChatGPT voice assistants that OpenAI showed off last month, you'll have to dream a little longer. On Tuesday, the company announced that its advanced voice mode feature needs more time in the oven to reach their bar to launch. The feature will be available to a small group of users to gather feedback and then launch to all paying ChatGPT customers in the fall. Voices have been a part of ChatGPT since 2023, but last month OpenAI demoed an upgraded version that sounded so human-like it drew comparisons with Samantha, the seductive voice assistant in the 2013 movie Her, played by Scarlett Johansson. Weeks after the presentation, the actress accused OpenAI of copying her voice despite denying permission. OpenAI says it's still figuring out when the new voices, minus the Johansson sound-alike, will roll out to paying users this fall. Another feature that lets the voice assistants use your phone's camera to understand the world around you has also been delayed until that time. The rise of artificial intelligence in our media and entertainment industries has raised a lot of concerns about programs like OpenAI's text-to-video maker Sora replacing the artistic endeavors and aspirations of humans, like me. If those AI-made movies are anything like a new brand film about the Toys R Us toy store chain's origin story, the only thing we'll have to fear is watching them. Toys R Us's current owner, WHP Global, worked with the Emmy-nominated creative agency Native Foreign to create a short brand film called The Origin of Toys R Us using OpenAI's text-to-video creator, Sora. The film premiered at the 2024 Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity and can currently be viewed on the toy retailer's website. I've put a link to it in today's show notes of this podcast if you'd like to watch it. The origin of Toys R Us's video is only a little over a minute long, but it's a mix of confusing and eerie. The film features the young version of the toy store chain's founder, Charles Lazarus, coming up with the idea for his signature retail creation and its giraffe mascot, Jeffrey. But almost the entire thing takes place in some kind of cosmic fever dream. It's like someone tried to take the hollow behavior of Megan, dressed her up like Opie Taylor from the Andy Griffith Show, and let it loose in the remnants of a toy store that blew up near the edge of the universe. In the movie, Mini Charles is a starry eyed kid hanging out in a bicycle shop owned by his father, who looks like a cross between Billy Eichner and John Denver. Oh, little Charlie falls asleep and has a weird dream about some kind of Dr. Seuss planetarium where every kind of generic toy you can dream of sits on shelves and floats above his head. This magical place is where he meets Jeffrey the giraffe, the store's iconic mascot, that looks like Sora used a different AI to generate it. The film leaves out the part where Lazarus wakes up in an emergency room after accidentally doing all the mushrooms that caused him to have his retail fever dream. The current state of Toys R Us is not as rosy as its brand film makes it out to be. The toy store chain filed for bankruptcy in 2018, closing all of its stores. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by senior editor Pranav Dixit and contributors Anna Washenko and Danny Gallagher, and was voiced and produced by me, a real human that works at Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll return tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.